Hey y'all, you know who it is, your girl Love Dawn, about to do dinner, meals for moms, you already know how we do. But today, we're going to do a roasted pepper and tomato soup. So, we're going to start with, I have about 6 or 7, I think it's 6, roasted peppers, and I don't know how many tomatoes, look like about 10 of those. And we're going to roast those off with some olive oil and garlic, a little bit of salt, pop them in the oven, roast them for a minute. We're going to peel the skin, and now we're going to puree it into a delicious red pepper and tomato soup. So let's get started. Alright, so we got to rinse off our red peppers really good. Some people soak them, put them in baking soda and all that. We're going to peel the skin off. So I ain't doing all that. Okay? Okay, so then we're going to start rinsing off your tomatoes. Same way. Okay, so we got our tomatoes and our red peppers all rinsed off. So what we're going to do is we're going to rub this with a little bit of olive oil. So that's it. What I do is I just put a little bit of olive oil in my hand. I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm not going to make you watch me do all of them. And that's it. You rub it with a little olive oil. Place them in the pan. I'm going to show you a tomato. Same thing. And after a while, of course, you don't need as much on your hands because it's already got a lot on it. You rub it real good, and you're going to place them on the pan. So I'll be right back and I'll show you how it looks. Alright, so all of the tomatoes and the red peppers are nice and shiny, as you can see. So we're going to start with, we're going to now next go to the garlic here. So I'm pretty sure you saw the cloves of garlic before in the market. And you know that you put it flat down, push your hands on it hard as you can, and just kind of take off all that wrapping. And once you do that, you can chop it up, you can do what you like. But for this, because we're going to puree the soup, we're going to place this right in here whole, right around our peppers and things. That's all you have to do, place it all around it. And it's going to cook down, so it's going to be roasted red peppers and roasted tomatoes and roasted garlic. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to tell you some good stuff here. So let me finish this and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so now we have our garlic in here with our peppers and tomato. And all I'm going to do is sprinkle some salt all over it, just so we can already start the flavor profile emerging while it is roasting. And a little more garlic. Let me tell you, you cannot go too heavy on the garlic for me. I'm a garlic lover. And then all you gotta do is, kind of just move it all around your pan. Shimmy, have some fun with it, and sprinkle until you get your desired amount. That's good enough for me. So we're going to put this in the oven. We're going to put it on about 400, between 375 and 400, depending on your oven. And I would say for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. But to be on the safe side, when you're able to take a fork and stick it through, of course you can with the tomatoes. The tomatoes will be kind of flat. You'll see when I pull it out. It'll be very soft to the touch. The skin should be falling off of the flesh of these vegetables, and you should be able to peel the skin off. Some people don't. If it's really soft, some people leave the skin on because some other different health benefits. They'll leave it on. We'll see when we pull it out what we want to do with it. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so we're going to take out our tomatoes and peppers. You see how the skin is dark and how the tomatoes became a little flattened. You can peel that skin right off. Look at that. See how easy it comes off? You can peel it right off. It comes right down the side. Right down. Same thing with the potato, the peppers here. You can peel the skin right off. It does not have to be completely off because, again, we're going to blend this with the immersion blender. But you can peel off as much as you can. There you go. See all that? Comes right off. This is all delicious though, I'm telling you. It's really good. Roasted red peppers and roasted tomatoes. And as you can see here, you got some of the roasted garlic. That also is going to go into the pot and be blended up. It's really soft. It looks dark, but it's not burnt. That's just the way it looks because of the olive oil, and it pretty much caramelized. But Once you put all this into the pot, we're gonna add some tomato juice. We may do some chicken stock. I'm not gonna know until I get into it, until you see what I need. But I definitely know we're gonna add some tomato juice, blend it all together, some herbs, seasonings, let it simmer. We'll see how it goes in a few minutes. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so let me show y'all something real quick. What I didn't do, when y'all do this, it may be better to go ahead and pit your tomatoes and also pit your peppers here, so that way when you go to roast them, you don't have to worry about cleaning out the peppers and tomatoes after the fact. But if you don't, it's not that serious. I didn't. All I did was go in, because it's so soft, you can literally pull that right out. You can pull all the seeds and everything right out, as I did with this one. Kind of turned it over, shook out the seeds. Same thing, the tomato, you can go in. It's so soft that if you by chance forget to do it, you can pull it right out. Pull it right out, however you need to. And you can still continue with pulling the skin off, as I showed you before. So I just don't want you to think, oh, now I forgot to pin it out, I'm not going to be able to get the seeds out. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. It's fine. Take your time. And just take your time. Lift it. And literally, you can take a knife if you want to. And go in there. And pull it right out. Just like that. See? All is not lost. Alright. Again, I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can look in the pot, you'll see we have our tomatoes and our roasted red peppers already broken apart and in the pan. I left some of the skin on the roasted red peppers because I want that roasted flavor. And I'm also going to add 1 can of whole tomatoes to this dish as well. And also some tomato juice. I think we talked about that earlier. Give it some more juice, give it some more flavor. Because the peppers are, to me, really strong. So I want a little bit more of the tomato flavor. So we're going to start blending up our soup. But this is still going to be a process, because we still have to add some onions to let that cook in, because I did not add the onions to the pan when I was roasting. I usually do that, but I didn't do that this time. So we're going to have to add some onions to this and all. But we're going to start right now with blending this up to get everything one consistency for now. So I'm going to show you. It's just an immersion blender. You're going to put the blender inside the pot before you cut it on. Don't let it hit the bottom. And you go in a circular motion. You see here, it's already breaking up. Yeah, I keep stopping because I don't want it to spill all over the place. And because of the gravity, if you hold it, it sucks all the way to the bottom of the pot. You don't want that. So we're going to keep it. Look at already. Look at this. You can't even see many of the chunks anymore. Oh, that looks so good. So I'm going to keep on going. I see one big chunk right there. So we're going to keep on mixing this up. I'm going to show you what it looks like in a few seconds. Okay, look at this here. No more chunks, no more lumps. Nice and smooth. All mixed up. You see some of the black flakes? That's from the roasted peppers that I left some of the skin on. So all you have to do at this point now is I'm going to add some minced onions, only because, again, I forgot to put some in, and I can't have this without some onion flavor. I'm also going to add, you already know, a little more garlic, some salt, pepper, definitely some basil, and we're going to let this cook down, some butter, and lastly cream. So you're going to season to taste. Because it's kind of thick and it's going to cook down, I'm going to add a little more tomato juice to this. Okay, and you just add it as you feel like you need it. If you don't feel like you need any more, you want yours a little more chunkier, do that. Do what makes you happy, because I'm going to sure do what make me happy. And pepper is last. So let this cook down for a few minutes, and then give it a taste and see what you feel like you need to add, and I'll let you know what I need to add in a few more minutes. I'll be back. Okay, so we let it simmer down a little bit. I added pretty much double the amount of seasoning that you saw. A little more salt, garlic, basil, and pepper. You season to taste. This is a big pot of soup. I also added about 2 tablespoons of sugar, again to taste. But what I am going to do now is add a little bit of chicken bouillon to this soup to thin it out some, and also because I want that chicken bouillon, to me, gives it a more of a soupier flavor. It's the only way I can explain it. So you add how much you think you want. To me, you can still see it's still coating the back of the spoon, and it's going to continue to cook down, and as it cooks down, it's going to still continue to reduce, and when it reduces, it thickens back up. So I'm going to add pretty much the rest of this in here. Go ahead and put that all in there, and then see if I need to add any more, or but this is definitely going to continue to cook down. I'm going to add some butter to this, and lastly cream. So we're going to keep on letting it cook, and I'll be back. Alright, y'all, so we got our roasted pepper and tomato soup simmering, and I don't know about y'all, the only thing I can imagine eating with any type of tomato soup is grilled cheese. So I make this signature sourdough trifecta grilled cheese is what I call it. I use cheddar cheese, Swiss cheese, mustard cheese on the sourdough bread. I'm going to show you how we're about to do it real quick. So only thing we're going to do is we're going to take some butter, as we all do, and butter our bread, the sourdough bread. We're going to butter it on both sides, but for right now, just be concerned about your inner. Both sides of the bread. Now, if I was doing this for me, everybody know I got to have butter all over my bread, but I ain't about to make y'all sit there and watch me do all that. Trust and believe, though, I am going to do that. And I'm going to start with the Munster cheese. So I'm going to place a piece of Munster cheese on one side. Of course, it doesn't want to come up with that. I'm going to place another piece of Munster cheese, of course, on the opposite side. I'm going to go to my Swiss cheese. Now my Swiss, I'm actually going to break in half, and I'm going to put it on both sides. And then I'm going to do the same with my cheddar. Sharp cheddar is what I'm using, on the opposite sides of my sandwich. Close it on up. Butter both sides. And we're going to then take it to the stove. Okay, be right back. Alright, so we got our pan with some olive oil in it, getting hot. I just want you to shoot back here to the soup, our roasted tomato and red pepper soup, still simmering. You see here, look at this. See how I said once I put more juice in it was still going to continue to reduce and clump back up? This is what I mean. This is what I mean. As long as you let it sit, it will continue. I mean, as long as you let it sit and simmer, it will continue to reduce down and thicken back up, so that way you can always add more tomato juice or chicken stock, however you see fit. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to add more chicken stock to this eventually. But right now, I wanted to continue to do what it does. Alright, so for the grilled cheese, the pan should be on about medium, because you got a lot of cheese. And listen, if you get the color that you want and the cheese isn't melted the way you want it to be, pop it in the oven. That won't hurt. Pop it in the oven. So I have the pan here, sourdough bread, both butter on both sides. Don't judge me. That's not cute. Lest ye be judged. Don't judge me, lest ye be judged. I want butter on both sides of my bread. That's my choice. So, but other than that, it's olive oil in the pan. That's good, right? That's good. Olive oil in the pan? No? Okay, well, it's good for me. Alright, and all of our 3 cheeses. So we're going to let this cook. Now me, when I make grilled cheese, I do a lot of smashing. I don't like a real high sandwich. I like my grilled cheese kind of a little mashed. Y'all do how you see fit. Ooh, I wasn't supposed to do that, but that's okay. Y'all do how you see fit, and then I'll come back and show you how I look when I go to turn this over. Don't bother it. It's fine. We be back. Alright, so we're getting ready to flip over our grilled cheese. Look at it. Woo! Y'all see that? Goldeny brownie. Goldeny brown. That's pretty. That's pretty. But of course, as I said, because we're using a lot of cheese, it's going to have to continue to cook down. If you wanted this color and it's not, the cheese isn't melted just yet, pop it in the oven. And that's probably what I'm going to do. But right now, we're good. We'll be back. Okay, so our soup is about done, giving me the flavor that I need, the consistency that I need. I did add me a little bit more chicken stock, as I said I was going to do, but you don't have to do that. So the only thing I'm going to add in here now is a little butter. A little bit of butter, about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of butter. And listen, because that's what I do, I forgot to get the cream. So when in doubt, listen, when you don't have cream, sour cream, whipping cream, but for this, I'm just going to use some simple milk. It's fine. It's just not as rich as using cream. So I'm going to add some milk to this. The butter is still going to cook down. Add a little bit of milk. And let this cook for about another 10 or 15 minutes. Maybe, not cook, but simmer for about another 10 minutes. And our soup is ready to roll. Of course, cream, when you add cream to this, it'll be much lighter. But because it's so densely, richly red, it's not going to get very light. We don't want it to be light, actually. So you put in as much as you want, just to give it that creamy texture. You see how it's getting a little creamy here now? So we're going to let this finish cooking, and I'm going to put it all together in about 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, so we took our sourdough grilled cheese out of the oven, as I told you I was going to do. So all we're going to do is take it from here. Now listen, all this cheese is going to stick. It looks so, oh my goodness, I can't wait to get into this. Okay, I just put it on a cutting board. And this is what I do. You don't have to do it, but this is what I do. I'm going to cut it lengthwise. If it was for my kids, I would do it the other way too. My son liked it that way, but it doesn't matter. I just want to show you this cheese. You see this cheese? Do y'all see this? Can you see this? Oh, this is delicious. It pulls, oh my goodness. That's what you call a grilled cheese sandwich, okay? I'm going to sit it right here on the side of this plate. And we're going to go through with the rest of these the same way. And then I'm going to show you the soup in a few seconds. Give me 1 second. Alright, so we got our roasted pepper and tomato soup ready to be plated here. And again, I thinned mine out. You can leave yours as chunky as you would like it. But I like mine a little more soupy. And we just want to place it right here on the side of our grilled cheese, you know. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to get into this. And it's so windy outside. This is all I need right here. Also, you could take this bread, you could have made you some croutons and chopped it up and put it, oh, there's so many different things you can do with this. It's just so many different things. So, once again, thank y'all for checking in. Meals for Mom. Your girl Love Dawn. I'm about to eat my dinner. Thank you. And good night. Have a good one.